Alright boys, it is Croft and we are back with another one of my inside of the minds for my brand new Illinois offense. Now, you guys are going to see the team on the screen. We are rocking Michael Vick, obviously do have Reggie Bush here too. And then we receiver, we got Travis Hunter and then also Randy Moss. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the abilities that I am using. Now, Reggie Bush's abilities still going to be similar to what you guys saw in last video. I just did takeoff sidestep. Do have takeoff platinum on Travis Hunter. We have takeoff and then also workhorse gold on Randy. And then on Vic, we do have workhorse extender dot step up and then off platform. It's a little bit annoying when you get like stuck with one ability left on offense. I ended up just throwing a workhorse on Randy Moss. You kind of throw that on whoever you want though. That's basically the offense. We do have Tyler Warren at our tight end spot. Offensive line is as good as ever. Now, defensively, we are just rocking 5 ball hawks, 2 takedowns. A lot of these discounted ball hawks are what I really like in this game. As you can see, we have 3 discounted ball hawks, and we actually have 2 discounted takedowns too. Makes it a lot easier to fit in better abilities. Biggest player on this team is actually going to be this Nick Amanawari. I think that's how you say his name. New Seahawks safety 2, 99 speed, 99 man, 99 zone, 95 hit power. As a Seahawks fan, I'm kind of stoked to have him. I know he's a little bit of a developmental project, but I'm excited to have him nonetheless. Specialist for those that you guys care. I'll quickly go through these. And then these are my strategy cards. And then, as I said, Illinois offense is what we are going to be rocking today. A lot of pistol and a lot of run-heavy plays. Now, one thing that I will say is that this is probably going to be the heaviest run scheme that you guys see from me. It's going to be like anywhere from like 70 to 80% run plays. And that's one really to obviously abuse Reggie Bush. You know, he's like 5 million coins right now. Best running back in the game. And I also just think it's a very fun offense. You know, even if you don't have Reggie Bush, this is the best running offense in the entire game. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into the game. Real quick, boys, if you guys are a Madden or a CFB player and want to have more fun on the game and win more, throw touchdowns like these, and then also bag the most annoying of offenses, make sure you guys check out civil.gg where I just dropped my tournament winning CFB25 scheme. We recently did a survey that said 99.2% of players that sign up win more games. Make sure you guys use code DCROFT to save you 30% off at the checkout. Link is in the top of the description and you'll get instant access to all of the schemes on the website. Alright boys, hopping into the game, and one thing that I will say about having Reggie Bush, every single kick return feels electric, right? Now I'm not going to house every single kick return, right? Especially when you are able to kick it this far into the end zone. But man, is it just fun, right? Spin move right there. We are going to get caught right there. But truthfully, I honestly feel like I can house like 1 out of every like 5 kick returns, give or take. With that being said though, I'm going to quickly show you guys my audibles in each formation right here. Now, if you guys need to, don't be afraid to just go ahead and pause when I go through all of this. There are quite a few audibles that we are going over in this part. I mainly run my offense out of pistol, but there are a couple of times where I do go to a couple of shotgun formations. Where's the other one? This one right here. This is kind of like the other shotgun formation I do run. But those are kind of like the 5 formations that I do run throughout all of this. Primarily in pistol though. I will say, as I said earlier in the video, we are going to be running the ball a lot. My main run plays are probably going to be halfback stretch and halfback zone. Those are my favorite pistol runs in the game. Outside of duo, you guys probably know from my Michigan offense how much I like duo. Those are probably my 2 favorite runs within this game. With that being said, he is taking a second to hike here. Audio and everything is good. Just want to make sure for you boys. And right here, he's in dollar, boys. And I feel like dollar defenses is obviously where I feel very comfortable. Stretch right just feels free right here. And as you guys can see, Reggie, I don't think he's going to be gone right here. The safety did have the angle. That's what's nice about this defense, or offense, excuse me. If they're in a light set defensively, you know, 3 down line, you feel very comfortable in terms of being able to pick up big chunk plays consistently. Again, like he's in dollar again. And if I see someone in dollar, I will run the ball every single play until you stop it. And right there, ooh, he actually does a good job at stopping it. So actually a little mental note for me right there. I can't run it at the same side he is engaging to, which is fine, right? I think that's the only way he's going to be able to find a way to potentially stop this run. So we're actually going to go ahead. I'm going to flip my run right here. Obviously, his linebacker's on the opposite side right here, so he shouldn't have a free rusher or anything. And again, we're just going to run the ball right here, get to the second level. You do got to be a little bit patient when running the ball. You don't want to instantly hold sprint. If you just instantly hold sprint, a lot of times, a crazy shed or something like that might be happening. So you want to wait till you kind of like get through the line of scrimmage before you start holding sprint. Right, I want to say a run left is going to be the right call here. I just hope this linebacker doesn't come in free, which he doesn't. And again, right, easy first down for us. And truthfully, until, I will run the ball until he gets out of this defense. If you want to run the same light box against me, man, I will just run the ball against you. I want my life to be easy. Again, same thing right here. Yeah, I think he did actually run commit right there, too. And again, Reggie, there you go. He's gone. We're going to try to spin right here. Kind of a bad spin by me right there. I kind of needed to do a little bit better there. I do have downhill on him, though, and that's a very helpful ability in terms of just being able to essentially just have, more broken tackles without needing to spin or anything like that. Now, he's in 3-4 odd right now, so finally he's kind of got out of that defense that wasn't really good run defense. I'm curious what's going to happen right here. 3-4 odd can be a little bit better run defense. Right there, you do see, anytime that I'm running it to that left side, that linebacker is kind of coming in free. So, again, don't want to do that one against 3-4 odd more often than not. More often than not, it is going to be blown up. So that's just a bad run call by me, personally. I was just kind of curious about what he would be doing right there. Honestly, I kind of just want to get you guys some, more Reggie Bush stuff here. So I'm actually going to go stretch left right here. That linebacker's in the box, so it should be a lot easier blocking here, which I was right. Try to set up that block. Oh, and see, that's what I mean, by the way. That's kind of bad run stick by me. I'm not the best runner in the world, right? I'd like to think that I do have pretty good run stick, but I didn't set up my block very well right there. I kind of accelerated a little bit too quickly. And you got to be, good run stick, right? I got to, cut inside a little bit first, set up that block, and then I would honestly have a walk-in touchdown, right? So that one is on me. But, you've looked at this so far, this drive. I feel like I haven't had the greatest ever drive, and I easily could have had 2 touchdowns. Now we'll get into one of my passing plays right here. This is going to be from Flanker. Let me get the name. Flanker under right here. Very standard passing play. Very, very good passing play here too. I'm going to go ahead and hike the ball here. We do have the in route open. And again, that's what I like about this offense, man. It's going to be very easy to still pass the ball. You don't have to run the ball every single play. I'm never going to panic if I get to a 3rd and long, 4th and long, anything like that. We do go a little bit more to true gun formations in those situations. That's just more also comfortability for me. Truthfully, I haven't ran a bunch of pistol offense in my time of playing this game. So I'm still even trying to get used to the drop back, all that stuff. But if you've ran pistol offense, it is great. Right here, we are going to run a little bit of a halfback zone there for the first time. I'm able to pick up a good chunk of yards. Again, another 4 yards right there. And the thing that's really nice about this offense, man, you guys are going to see, right? It's a very ball control offense. It's very easy to kill games at the end of the game, be able to have those long, sustained drives. It's a lot different than a lot of the offenses I feel like I've ever posted. A lot of the offenses that I typically post are honestly just pass, 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 pass. I think I'm honestly going to run more in this video than I do in any other video you guys have ever seen. Right here, I'm feeling halfback zone left here. Man, I might be completely wrong on this, but let's try halfback zone left. And there goes Reggie, and there it is. Broken tackle, able to get 7 right there. But yeah, such a just overall good offense in this game. I do hope there comes a point where we run a little bit more in terms of the passing plays. And truthfully, when it comes to running plays, man, you just gotta be mindful of what second level player you are trying to pick up blocking. That's all that really matters. Typically, the defensive lineman will never walk in free. I mean, every once in a while, it can happen. But you really want to be identifying that second level, right? And for me, right, obviously, I've identified that linebacker. He typically likes to blitz him a lot. And when he blitzes him, he's going to have that chance of just having that free rush angle into the backfield. So staying away from him is kind of the biggest thing I learned right there. When I say we passed the ball once that drive, too. So again, if people can't stop a run, man, I'm going to keep running this. Now, you guys might be wondering too, D-Croft, I don't have Reggie Bush. Can I still run this? The answer is yes, right? Let's just look at the drive that I just had. How many yards did Reggie Bush really account extra for? Honestly, not a ton because I didn't do a great job of him. if you're if you're a dynasty player, right, this is still going to be the best running scheme. If you're a cut player, and if you can still get like a 97 speed or higher running back, you're going to be chilling. Don't sweat needing Reggie Bush to have to run this scheme. Now, obviously, is it nice to have Reggie Bush? 100%. It's going to make it that much easier. But it's not an absolute must in terms of running this scheme. Now, defensively, honestly, I do kind of just like rotate between a couple of defenses. I do like 3-3-5 min still. Honestly, this is just kind of my staple defense. It's kind of the defense that I've been running this entire year. I do like 3-3 stack. I think that is also a very, very good defense. And then lastly, I'm trying to think. What's the last scheme? I'm blanking on it right now. 3-3 stack that... I was going to say double A gap, but it's not double A gap. Sometimes I'll run 3-3-5 penny too. I don't know why I'm blanking on what my last actual scheme is right now. But really, it's just between mint and stack. You know, that's kind of what I go into. Stack is a little bit better of a run defense. Also, probably a little bit more of a consistent blitz. And then this mint defense, probably just the best overall zone defense within this game. Pretty simple adjustments, by the way. We're not really doing anything too crazy. Just pretty standard cover 2 right now. Or cover 6. I don't know why. I'm doing a great job of speaking right now, boys. But a little bit of just cover 6 right here. He's going to 5 wide. I don't really know what he's going to run here. It's kind of why I don't want to over-adjust. He actually has a touchdown, by the way. Oh, wow. No, he doesn't. That's Nick Amanawari. I got to figure out how to pronounce his name, man. He's going to be on the Seahawks for hopefully the next long time. Is he going to be gone, too? He is going to be gone, boys. But honestly, I think if he lobbed that, he had a touchdown. Let me actually clip this. Typically, one thing, right, if I see something like that in a game, we didn't clip enough right there. If I see something like that in a game, one of the best tips I can actually give you is actually just to clip, right? Use this feature, right? It's a very helpful feature in this game. So I'll fast forward a little bit here, a little bit too far right here. I really do think he had it. Watch, I think that's DeAndre Hopkins on the outside. Watch him on the outside right here. If we go ahead and roll his tape, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I feel like if he just lofts it, I feel like that's a touchdown, man. I feel like I'm not even close to it. But that's one of the nice things about also having height at DB. I'm a big advocate for height at DB. If you can get somebody like 6'4", 6'3", 6'2" at DB, they're going to play so much better than like a 5'10", 5'11" DB. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not totally against playing like a 5'9", 5'10" DB. But at the same time, like, I am just such an advocate for those tall DBs. Like, Travarius Ward is somebody that I really like right now. I was actually using, like, Minka Fitzpatrick, Malachi Starks, both of their draft cards. They're both 6'1". I think Paul Lewis is 6'2". Jesse Bates is 6'2". So, again, you can just kind of see just from those cards that I really like currently in this game about my preference at DB. Now, again, defensively, not really going to do anything crazy right here. Just going to kind of chill here. I just don't want to over-adjust, right? He did just throw a pick his last drive. He's actually going to go to a little bit of a quarterback run. He actually does have this Cam Newton, which last I checked, man, I want to say this card was like a little over $1 million. Like, I want to say he was like up to like 1.5 mil. So, actually kind of a crazy team that he's got himself right here. Obviously, Reggie, like, I'm not saying I'm team outmatched. I'm just saying he does have a very, very good team. I will say, there was a new Cam Ward that dropped. I haven't been able to use him yet, but I do think he could be the best quarterback. He is also very expensive right now. I think he's like over 2 million coins, so I don't know if I'm going to get him anytime soon, because I do like Vic, but I do think Cam Ward has a chance at being the best quarterback in this game. But they're good little check down from him. He's actually doing a lot of his own audibling here. He always comes down in bunch tight end, and then he never actually hikes to play in bunch tight end, which is actually a little bit surprising to me. Bunch tight end is one of the, I would say, just better formations in this game. He's going to go with a little bit of a quarterback keeper to Cam. If you guys watch the Dynasty videos, you guys will actually know that is a very, very good run in this game. Great run in this game. Thankfully for me, though, I just didn't know it was coming, so I wasn't too worried about it. Right here, we are on a 2nd and 9. And he really likes this. He's been doing this a lot. He really likes this, like, starting bunch tight end, he goes to this, and then he motions the, I don't know what it is. Like, it's technically a slot receiver. I don't know if there's a better name for it. And then, yeah, it's kind of the same play every single time. It's going to be 2 drags, it's going to be 2 shrieks, and it's going to be a post route. So again, one of those things, always keep in mind what your opponent is calling the most. Right here, lots of 5 wide. This time, actually no, same 5 wide formation here. He's going to motion over again here. I'm going to be shading down here. Reason why is to get this vert hook to play a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage. Same play again here. Ooh, Nick again. Oh, man. I thought Nick might have another one. I thought our switch stick was actually there. It was just a little bit off, though. But yeah, a little bit surprising that he does just keep running the same play over and over again. I don't think this is, like, the best play ever. One of the things, man, like, whenever you're, like, coming up with an offense, running an offense, you got to make sure your money plays are truly money plays, right? And you got to make sure that they're, like, unstoppable against any scheme that you play or could come up against. And you know, when somebody has like a play like this as their money play, it's like it's pretty easy just to like adjust and counter to, right? You know, just be pretty aggressive with the shading underneath because he's gonna have some drags. 2 streaks, it's really just play cover 3, and then it's really just the post, right? It's not gonna be a ton else open. Like, and right there, like kind of same concept again. I think he's moving the ball, so I can't really say a ton, but it's also like how efficiently are you moving the ball, right? You know, there's different types of 7s in this game. And what I kind of mean by that, right, is that everybody can get 7 in a game at a point, right? You know, you can get a lucky one-on-one catch. You can break off a run once a game, right? You know, stuff like that can happen. But it could also be inefficient, right? And you want to make sure that your offense is as efficient as possible. Whatever that may look like for you, getting to that number that you always feel like you're going to be comfortable winning the game, right? So for me personally, I do feel like I should score every single drive. I'm adamant every single drive should end in 7 for me. Unless it's maybe like a clocking situation. Maybe for somebody else like watching this video, your goal is to get to 17 points, right? Maybe that's the skill level you're at, and you feel very, very confident in 7 points is the number for you. And there's nothing, or 17. There's nothing wrong with that too. Like, let's just say the skill level that you're at means that you're playing a little bit better defense. The people that you're playing up against don't have the best of offense. So you got to figure out what is going to be the easiest way for me to get to 17 points. 17 points is probably the lowest number in this game too. I'd ever feel comfortable in a game scoring and then also winning that game. I think if you told me like I was scoring like 14 points in a game, I don't think I would win that game more often than not. So I think that's also like a good floor for you guys, right? If any of you guys struggle on offense, it's like a good number to always think about. Because you got to think about, right? You're probably going to get like 6 possessions in a game. That means scoring touchdowns on 40% of them and then also having like a field goal account for basically like the other 10%, obviously. Right there, again, drag here. He's actually going to take off with Cam. This is kind of insane because he's going to run out of time. Yeah, kind of insane from him. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier in this drive, right? His drive just wasn't that efficient, right? You know, he wasn't really making me too concerned, right? And there just does come a point where, you know, if your money play is always going to involve like 2 drags, right? It's pretty easy to adjust to something like that. I'm trying to think of like other money plays, right? Like for me, obviously my money play right now is just running the ball, right? A money play can just be running the ball. It truthfully can be. But other like really good money plays, like I'll just go through my own ebooks. Michigan, it's flood. Flood is my money play. That is what I think the best play in Michigan is. In Buffalo, it's going to be PA post dig shot. I think that's what it's called. It's the one with a very deep post. That's going to be my money play in Buffalo. Also, there's another play in Gun Bunch wide. It's something return. It has a return route. One of those like, I don't know if you guys will explain it, but like one of those like, not like a zig, right? Where it goes out the other way, like whoosh, like that. That's probably going to be my favorite, one of my favorite routes in Buffalo too. And obviously we did say Illinois, but it is just going to be the running the ball, which I know a lot of people are going to say is like, oh, well, like, is that not something you typically want to have? But honestly, like, again, if you can run the ball every single play, nothing wrong with that. Same with, actually, a jet touch pass could technically be a money play too. There's actually a time, I know probably a decent amount of you guys know me from Civil. I've known Civil for a very long time. Civil's main money play in Madden 21 against 3-4 odd, that's what it was, 3-4 odd, I'm not even exaggerating, was touch passes every single play. That's all he would do. It was hilarious. I actually watched him win a lot of money calling touch passes every single play against somebody. Because truthfully, it was just the greatest play against that style of defense. So again, whatever your money play is, identify it, make sure you have one, and then master it. One of the best tips I can give you. Right there, man. Damn, that's kind of tough. Actually, man, Nick is having a game. That's actually twice, man. Nick has just been completely burnt, right? And that's on me. I need to back off my corner. If you want to know how to back off corners, by the way, I'll try to get through this really quickly. You want to click triangle. You're going to click extra A for individual. You're going to click on the receiver icon, and then you're going to flick the right analog stick up. I did kind of have to explain that quite semi-quickly, but it's a question I do get a lot about how to back off your corners. Works in man, works in zone. So maybe a helpful tip for somebody, right? Obviously, right, I'll do a lot faster here, and then you guys can see, right, my cornerback takes a couple steps back right there. Actually, a very, very helpful thing to kind of deal with the takeoffs right now. And again, right, he's going to go back to his money play, boys, and, like, truthfully, I'm not worried. Like, just be aggressive with my user, take away the drags, and, like, what's really open, right? It's just like, man, like, he needs something else. Like, if he was to, like, truthfully, the best thing he could do right now, if he actually ran a corner route on Randy Moss, it would be a dot against me right now, especially for the way that I've kind of been adjusting for him. It's very good to also know, like, your own weaknesses of each defense, just to kind of be mindful of that. Again, he's going to go back to the same. Is he going to do the same thing again? I will be in shock if he actually might do the same thing again. Well, boys, I will also run basically the same defense here. I'm not really too worried about the drags, I will say, though, especially on a 4th and 13. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the drags. And, yeah, that time it was actually the same play, but instead of a drag, he had a little bit of a speed in route instead. So, yeah, actually, man, that's a tough, like, sequence for him right there. Again, just his money plays just haven't, like, worked this game. Right here, I do anticipate, obviously, like, people to start playing this a little bit more aggressive with the run defense. And I actually will show you guys what I do, right? Because obviously he has a ton of people at the line of scrimmage right now. So I actually really like to do when people start doing this. There's like one of two things, right? So the first thing is actually going to be coming out in gun normal while close. We're going to sub in a backup running back for Reggie Bush. And then we're going to put Reggie Bush on this jet touch pass. Anything to get out on the edge is going to be a massive, massive plus for us. Kind of curious to see what he does come out in here, though. Let's see. Is he going to actually come out in something that I don't anticipate? Give it a second here, boys. He's actually taking a long time to pick a play. And yeah, actually, so he does. So I actually don't love this call as much anymore. It's still going to be fine, though. I mean, especially with his user all the way over there. We'll go ahead and run the touch pass. And yeah, I mean, this touch pass is still money. Like, this touch pass is, again, one of just, like, the best plays within all of the game. The other thing I like to do, I'll actually go for 2 here just to show you guys what I like to do here, too. Is he going to quit here? No, okay, he's not. I thought for a second he might quit there. There's a little bit of a speed option here too. Now, I didn't show this in my audibles, but it's also very important to note that I am adamant that you guys always change everything about your audibles, because this speed option right here, it's going to be one of the better run calls that you can have. Now, he is being pretty aggressive with his user getting over there. But again, right, anything that can get me out on the edge is my goal against those, like, heavy box defenses, right? It's going to be like a lot of halfback stretch, touch passes, speed options. Whatever it takes to get out on the edge is a major, major plus. With that being said, though, I'm actually a little bit surprised this guy's still in the game. I guess maybe he thought he should have had 7 before half. Maybe had a chance. I'm also in a fantasy draft right now, too, boys. I hope I'm not on the clock, because if I'm on the clock, that would be kind of rough. Okay, we're not on the clock. I got to make sure we're not on the clock, boys. Looking at you, well, by the time that this is going to be live, you guys will know. I'll quickly talk about this before we get back to the gameplay. We are planning on taking Caleb Johnson at 8. Now, I need a running back badly. This is a super flex dynasty, 2 quarterbacks, obviously. I kind of want RJ Harvey. I'm actually kind of obsessed with that guy, but I don't think I'm actually going to end up taking him at 108. But that being said, though, he actually finally goes to something else, and man, that was actually finally like one of the best plays he's had. Just a like tweak, right? I mean, and that's the thing, right? It's not even necessarily his money play has been bad, but man, it's just like he can't kind of like sequence any other plays off of it, which is a big thing. He actually might be going. I don't think there's a touch pass formation. I thought for a second this might be a touch pass, but oh no, it is actually still a touch pass. I was right, boys. Ooh, man, I wasn't able to blow that up right there. But again, right, just kind of not being able to sequence plays has been one of his biggest problems. And that's actually one of the things, even like running the ball, you got to make sure you know how to sequence your run calls in terms of when to call runs and why to call them. Right here, though, this is the formation he did have success with, though. The thing I really liked about one of his plays was the running back streak. Running back streak's such a good route in this game. It's probably like the one downside of pistol is your running back streaks just aren't as good, I will say. But yeah, right there, man, if he did this earlier, I would have had a lot more issues. A lot of great route concepts, spacing the field really, really well too. And yeah, just honestly an A+ job from him currently. Now he's going to come, man, it's this one formation, this gun bunch quad offsets. Man, if I was him, man, I would just take it out of my playbook. I mean, oh wait, no, wrong formation. My fault, boys. I thought this was the other one. This is typically a running formation, though, I will say. So I'm going to bring my safeties down. One of the things, if you have time, drag your safeties down. One of the best tips I can give you. Right there, really good play again from him. This is by far the best drive he's had against me. Now, I will say we are kind of in a little bit more of a prevent style of defense. Lots of cover 4 here. Reality of it is, right, there's only 3 minutes left in the game. He also only has 1 timeout left. I'm up 22, which means at one point or another, he is also going to have to get a 2-point conversion. So the way I just look at it, right, is I'm okay with him even scoring 7 right here. It's just about taking clock, right? Situation, or not even, I don't think it's, I guess it could be situational awareness. I was going to just say game management, though, whichever word you want to use. One of the biggest things about winning and losing games, you've only got 12 minutes in every game, unless you're in Gauntlet, obviously Gauntlet 16. You got to make sure that you're maximizing your drives, maximizing your plays. If you have a bad drive, man, that it really does potentially change the outcome of a game. So I'm actually so adamant on I have to get 7 every single drive too, because if I don't get 7, man, I just think that my opponent could potentially get 3 fluke drives, get 7 every time, and I could lose. Now, thankfully, that's never really happened to me, but many people that I know of that play this game, that could happen to. He actually used all 3 of his timeouts. Don't really know why, honestly. Biggest thing about second half timeouts, don't take them. One of my biggest pet peeves, especially watching players at the NFL level, you're on a 1st and 10, right? And this is especially good plays. Especially when somebody's losing a game, right? Let's just say you're down 14 in the 3rd quarter with 8 minutes left, right? So still 22 minutes left of game time, and a team sees a play clock running down, and you take a timeout with obviously because you're worried about the delay of game, and you take a timeout to save 5 yards. I will forever be adamant that is one of the dumbest things I ever see NFL teams do. It is just not a timeout in a situation like that is never worth the 5 yards. The only exception, right, that I will say is if it's a potential 4-point play. And what I mean by that, is he going to quit now? Yeah, I don't know why he quit now. I'll finish my thought, though. It's a potential 4-point play. It's either you're going to kick your 3 or you can get 7. If you really want to think that a timeout is going to drop that much better of a play, you take your timeout. If not, no other situation you should ever take a timeout. Unless it's maybe saving 7. With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get into the next game. All right, boys, game number 2, and he's actually going to be starting off in onside kick. I was going to say, man, I didn't feel like I got you guys enough offensive gameplay last time. So I will be a little bit more aggressive in my defense. I might actually just let him score here a couple of times, too, just to get you guys more offensive gameplay. Because that's obviously what this is. Last time, you guys did see, a really good first drive. But aside of that, honestly, it was kind of my defense was just on lockdown more than anything else. Right here, again, boys, you guys will see this a lot. People are very, very adamant at running dollar, right? Very meta defense has been for a very long time, and if I see this, you are getting ran on every single play. Actually, really good run defense by him right there. I know a lot of people aren't going to notice that, but his run defense, he actually kind of took away the spin by himself. That was actually really, really good from him. Gotta keep that in mind, though, so it's just in my head, right? Just maybe not as aggressive spinning, right? So right here, I'm just going to take off, in. And again, right, he's in dollar, so he's never going to stop my run. I'm still waiting for that, huge run, though. I haven't had that huge run yet with him. Now, this guy also just goes to 3-4 odd. I'm telling you guys, this is, a very standard, sequence in this offense, right? You're going to start the game, they want to come out in dollar, then they realize, oh, shoot, he can actually run the ball. I can't run dollar anymore. Then they run 3-4 odd, and oh, my gosh, the run stick just is not there right now, boys. But even then, like, this isn't really like that good of a run defense. He's actually going to come out in dollar again, which means, boys, we are running the ball again. As I said, like, if you really think I'm going to be scared of not running the ball here, you should have second thoughts. And as you guys can see, Reggie Bush just walk into the end zone right there. But yeah, so just like the way I look at this, right? Every drive I'm going to start off with my run plays, kind of try to establish the run early, and then I'll start basing my passing plays after that, kind of when I get into a situation to need to pass. But as you guys can see, like, this is kind of how Gauntlet went for me. If you guys watched the Gauntlet video too, I just didn't pass. Like, I kid you not. I think I did some math on it. I want to say Reggie Bush got the ball 72% of the game. So that's also not including my backups carries. And then that's also not including Cam's carries. So I would genuinely think I ran the ball 80%, I think is a fair estimate between those two. And I just passed the ball 20% of the time. Very rarely did anybody get me into a situation where I needed to pass. Now right there, he actually does have Saquon Barkley. I will say, Saquon Barkley is still one of my favorite running backs in this game. I really like Amon Green too. Amon Green, super good running back in this game. Amon Green's actually probably one of the better budget ones you can get. And this guy's actually chewing clock immediately. Okay, kind of interesting. He's running a little bit of a halfback counter himself right now. A little bit surprised by that. Did not anticipate him just to instantly come out and chew clock right here. Obviously, it's Jared Goff at quarterback. I do not think this Goff card is good personally. Don't know if you guys have had different experiences with him, but I'm not the biggest Goff believer personally. I think there's just a lot better running backs than him, or quarterbacks than him personally. He also just has like zero aura. Sorry, Jared Goff, if you're watching this, but he has no aura, man. And at this point in the year, I need my cards to have a little bit of aura. Right there, though, a little bit of an RPO from him. I mean, so you guys can see, right? This guy's just going to be a primary runner, which means I am just going to come out in my run defense. 55 sack, obviously my run defense. And he also doesn't have really a quarterback I'm worried about running the ball a ton too. So for me personally, I'm just going to sell out on the run being to Saquon Barkley every time. As you guys can see, 2nd and 14 right there. Do need to get him to pass the ball, though, a little bit. I don't want... Man, this game might honestly fly by. Oh, he's in... Okay, so he's in 5 wide right now. So we are kind of chilling right here. I'm going to go ahead... Again, very basic shell here. He actually could be running. Okay, he didn't. I was going to say, I'm not going to put it out of this world for him to run right there. But a little whip route to Saquon Barkley. And wow, we get the complete 180. After running hurry up every single play... He now decides that he wants to run switch stick. Good switch. Come on, game. Come on, game. That's a good switch stick by me. He's going to run hurry up every single play. It's kind of my train of thoughts. I don't know. Honestly, I wish I was a little bit better in speaking in these videos. I do feel like I speak just so fast. But man, you got to realize, like, I feel like there's so many things that I'm trying to tell you guys, right, in terms of just valuable information for you. Right here, he is actually going to go back to trips. I probably should have been a little bit more aggressive in terms of run defense. He really likes this counter. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that counter is better than I realize it is, because he really hasn't had any success with that counter up until this point. 5 rushes for 17 yards for him. I was going to say, Trips is like a fine rushing offense. It's not the best rushing offense, but like you can run the ball out of this offense. I'm not saying you can't run the ball out of this offense. He's probably averaging like 4 yards a carry right now, which isn't bad, right? Like, you average 4 yards a carry. Like, I would take that. I mean, I don't know if I would take that in my offense, but it's not something I would ever be opposed to. Right there, he does go to a little bit of a verticals look, and so close to the end zone, doesn't really have space to find anything, and able to get really good pressure. As I said earlier, right, that's one of my favorite run defenses in this game. Now, we are in a 2-minute drill, so this is going to be kind of interesting. Now, I will say, first of all, I actually have a 1-play touchdown right here. So, one of my favorite things, if somebody's, like, pressing like this, I will go to, like, an all-go look like this. This is going to be a 1-play touchdown. I'm not going to throw this, though. I want to show you guys the rushing offense a little bit more, but as you guys can see, 1-play touchdown, and I'm just going to go down, right? We want to show you guys offense. I don't feel like scoring in 1 plays. But if they're ever pressing, you have 2 takeoffs. All go is going to be the play for you. Now, we are going to try to run the ball here with Reggie Bush. And I will say, 3-4 odds, like one of those defenses that I do need to figure out exactly what I want to do against this. I do like halfback stretches because I feel like I can get out on the edge, but again, right there, it's that linebacker, right? It's that linebacker that can just sometimes be an issue for me. I'm actually going to ID him right here. I should probably be a little bit better with my IDs here too. Actually, I wanted to run the ball the other way, but it's not going to matter because I think we're still going to pick up a good chunk of yards right there. But again, yeah, like I have 6 carries for 36 yards, right? So 6 yards to carry, not bad. But not anything like game breaking up till this point. Obviously, if someone's running like a 3-4 odd, probably going to pass the ball a little bit more. I do just want to show you guys running the ball here. We're going to run left here. We're going to ID that guy. And yeah, we're going to spin this way with Reggie Bush. And this is what I mean when I talk about this is the glitchiest offense in the game. It's kind of waiting to do that on him. And yeah, I mean, that's why I'm not really too worried about 3-4 odd. Waiting to show you guys that one. And I promise you guys, that's going to be something you guys can do way more than you think you can. I know somebody's going to be upset in the comments, like D-Croft, that's unrealistic. I'll try to show it to you guys here again, right? We're going to look to see if that guy comes in free. If he comes in free, we're going to spin the other way like that. If not, and we hold the edge like we do right there, we just get to the outside. I promise you guys there is literally a counter to everything. Now, that spin move, and the reason why I wasn't trying to show you guys that spin move, it is kind of hard to master. It takes like a lot of practice to be able to master it. But if you can master it, that's kind of the 3-4 odd killer. Now, right here, I mean, this is what I love, man. I love when I see people try every different variation of run defense. We're going to go stretch right here. And yeah, that time, stretch probably wasn't the right call for us there. This is probably one of those situations where speed option would be a really good look. So let me quickly get to the speed option. Even like a jet touch pass would probably be a pretty good option here. We're going to go ahead and go speed option, though, because I do just want to run the ball. Speed option, get it out on the edge, and again, just easy 7 for us right there. I think we're probably at, what, 10 carries for 90-ish yards right now? And yeah, I mean, we went that entire drive, and I know we did technically pass the first play. I just wanted to show you guys you did have a free touchdown against that. But we went the rest of the drive just running the ball every single play in a 2-minute drill. Now, maybe with like a minute left, right, I probably have to be a little bit more aggressive to the gun normal Y off close and the gun bunch wide. I'll show you guys those 2 formations this upcoming drive in terms of how I really like to run them. But yeah, I mean, you guys can see just our rushing yards at 73 yards right now. That's typically how most of these games are going to go. We are not going to be having more passing yards than we do rushing yards. Go ahead, hike the ball like this. Yeah, good play by him right there. Oh, my goodness. I do wish he would pass the ball a little bit more. You know, running the ball there, you know, even I don't think I would even run the ball there. And, man, he's adamant on running the ball here again, too. I mean, maybe he's just playing for half. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever, right? Just down 14. It's definitely something you can come back from. He's going to take a shot right here. I'm actually just going to go SWAT team. Wish I got the SWAT animation, but I guess that's fine, too. 1 second left in half just means man up 3 deep right here. Biggest thing is actually with your user, just run straight back. Please do not allow a simple bomb. He's going to go to a little bit of a run play right here. Don't blame him. And just like that, half is over, boys. So again, we have passed the ball. I don't even think I've realistically passed the ball once this game. Ignoring that one play, right? And we're up 14-0. I mean, I kid you not. If you guys want the simplest offense ever to run, this is the offense for you. Now, I will say, if you don't have a running back, one thing that I will say, obviously spin cycle helps me. But if you don't have a running back with that spin cycle ability, you want to make sure your running back does have at least over 85 spin on all, or I forget what the difficulties is. I think it's varsity you want him on all over 85. And then on the the third to highest difficulty, it is going to be 85 spin. Is what you're going to be looking for to get that kind of glitchy spin animation. Right here, though, so running the ball a lot from him. Yeah, another run play by him. And yeah, as you guys can see, like his run just really hasn't been that much of a concern by me. It's kind of talking about what I did in the last game, right? If you're going to have a money play, man, that money play's got to be, like, truly money. Right there, he is going to have a touchdown. Honestly, I didn't get my adjustments off fast enough. Honestly, still fine with that, though. I really do want to show you guys what we are going to do on offense. So we have 1 pass attempt in this game. I'm going to ignore that one before half. We have 1 pass attempt currently in this game. I'm going to go actually and take a sip of water right here too. Still not on the board for fantasy. Just going to take a... Oh, I forgot. This guy comes out an onside kick to begin every game, which is kind of a shame, man. I want to make some plays, shake with Reggie. Just no fumbles. Good. All right. Take a little sip of water here too. As I said, videos are always going to be unedited for you guys. Also, just kind of makes my life a little bit easier to unedit these videos, and you guys typically like these videos. And boys, I don't know why. He's in this defense. Now, one thing I will say is if you ever see somebody in a defense like this, right? I keep going back to the huddle. Don't go back to the huddle and just call hurry up, right? So I'm going to run this play right here, and I'm calling hurry up. Now, the reasons why I'm calling hurry up, right, is I lock him into this defense, and I don't have to be worried about the slightly more annoying run defense he's had. Now, I'm not going to hike the ball fast. Like, let's be clear. We're going to get to the line, keep him in this defense, just like actually they do in real life. We're not going to allow him to sub here. We're just going to get here, we're going to chill, and we're going to kind of manually bleed the clock right here too. I'm in a great spot. Again, this is a ball control offense. We want to minimize the game. We're going to go ahead and hike the ball here. Again, I was going to say, if you're able to stop that run there, I'd be amazed. And right there, Reggie, spin move. Oh my gosh, we're not gone right there? Nonetheless, though, hurry up here again. And really what I'm forcing him to do is either one, he has to take a timeout. If he doesn't take a timeout, I'm just going to keep hurrying up. Or two, he's going to have to go off sides, gives us a free 5 yards. You know, obviously there's going to come a point where, you know, clock stoppages, 2-minute timeout, end of quarter, that type of stuff can play a factor. But at this point, right, I'm not really worried about that whatsoever. He's actually now coming down into the box with his safety. So you guys can see, right, he's doing everything he can to stop this run. Let's see what shot he comes down with right now. Now, again, I haven't actually had a ton of looks against run defense in this. I'm going stretch left, right? This is going to be a stretch left for me. I'm going to ID this guy at the second level here too. Hopefully, I'm hoping 73 gets out to the second level right there. And yeah, I mean, if you just look at like simple numbers, right? Like this should be good. This should be good. Man, so that backside linebacker actually does come in free right there. So yeah, very aggressive run defense by him. I'm going to go to my little pistol. So this is one of the formations I do run. So this is going to be pistol double stack. I do like to flip this run, and I like to run this run to the 2 receiver side. I don't know how this is going to be. You can see it. He's actually kind of getting into like perfect run defense right here. I think I almost have to run left here. I don't actually typically do this, but I feel like this has to be the look. And yeah, that's kind of why I don't do this. Obviously, we have Reggie Bush, so we'll make the first guy miss. Idiotic spin by me the second time. Honestly, just kind of ignore the second spin by me. That should have been a walk-in touchdown. But yeah, that's typically why I don't run it to the opposite side. You'll get like a little bit more inconsistencies with that. While we are ending out this half here too, if I ever go to gun bunch, I don't really run the ball a ton out of this. I don't actually love the runs out of this one. If I run double off stack, I like halfback zone, and I really like the RPO bubble. Those are kind of my 2 favorite ones. So again, I'll actually show you guys them here before I do kick. I'll try to show you guys this in the last game too. I don't think, yeah, they have a jet touch pass. We do like the jet touch pass out of this too. And then also wide zone. We do like wide zone out of that too. Actually, let me, I'm going to go ahead and slightly change one of my audibles. We want, instead of for verticals, I want wide zone. I think for the way he's playing, I can't speak. I think for the way he's playing, wide zone is going to be very, very good against him. Right there, though, go ahead and take our 3. Biggest thing, we did kill a lot of clock right there. Gonna go ahead and take another sip of water. I do apologize. I don't know what it is. Whenever I do these videos and I'm talking this much, I don't think I've been even recording for that long either. It's only been, I guess it has been 54 minutes at this point. Typically my throat just gets super, super raspy. That being said, though, he is in trips. Now, I got to make sure I keep backing off this outside cornerback. Cannot risk an easy touchdown there. And, man, he is still running. I mean, I don't necessarily blame him, but I also don't think his run has necessarily been the best, dare I say. So a little bit surprised he is running to the degree that he is in. Right there, Travarius, man. I thought I was going to say should have a pick, but he just barely finds a open window there. Please get onside, thank you. Yeah, boys. I mean, I actually should come out in a little bit more stack right here. Probably the first time he's had a actual run this game. Um, I'm debating if I should take a timeout right here. I'm not really worried about it, though. I'm just going to be a little bit more aggressive with my run defense. And yeah, he's actually able to get to the outside again there. Again, just got to be a little bit more aggressive with my run defense because obviously that time he does only get 3. Again, we're going to be aggressive with the run defense. A little bit of a play action fake. Nothing open for him. I lied. Well, wow, boys. That was not open, but it was open. That's a hell of a dot by him. Nonetheless, though, I mean, I'm really just 2 first downs of ending this game, and you guys can see I still have yet to throw really any passes with Vic, so I'm not overly worried. I am worried about the onside kick, though. I will say, onside kicks to me are so scary, man. I feel like I've had so many situations where, you know, onside kicks have not gone my way before. Just 2 mitts on the ball, don't fumble, good. All right, 1 run gets us to the 2-minute warning here, so we're gonna do that. I am probably going to call halfback. Oh, wow. I don't know why he keeps coming out with this. This is crazy to me. This is insane to me. He has, like, really not. Oh, wow. And I mean, that's why every once in a while that will happen with a run where something crazy like that can happen. But he really just hasn't shown me anything to stop the run out of this. I mean, he did have, like, a fine sequence last time. But even then, like, I kind of put that on myself. So, again, we're just going to call halfback stretch to the right here. Cut this back inside. Oh, wow. Earl makes the play. Now, I have actually seen Earl do that a lot in real life, but I don't think he was going to make a play right there. And, man, honestly, big 3rd and 9 right here. I'm going to run the ball here again. I know people are going to think I'm insane for it, but I truthfully think it's the best thing to do. So we're going to go a little bit of run right here. It's going to click off, and as you guys might think I'm insane, but I'm telling you, I truthfully just don't believe that anyone's going to consistently stop the run. He's going to go to mid-blitz here. So, again, he's just in his process of begging to find something that works, right? You're going to see a lot of different run defenses when you're in this. I'm going to go ahead and go run this way. Now, he's actually blitzing his safety right now, too. Fun fact. He's blitzing his safety. So, this is what I'm going to do. We want to get out on the edge, but the one run, this isn't really a run. It is technically a pass. The one thing we haven't shown him yet is going to be, let me find it, jet touch pass. Now, this isn't going to be going to Reggie, obviously, but it is, ooh. Okay, he's kind of ready for it. Okay, I'm actually not going to call this. We're going to take a timeout right here. He's actually super overcommitted to that. I don't blame him. Just was kind of hoping he wouldn't super overcommit to it. We're going to go to this wide zone here. I do think this wide zone is going to be a very good potential for us. I'm trying to think. Like, I think I have to run it to the right here. Again, good run defense by him, actually. And honestly, let's just go ahead and pass the ball here. I'll show you guys one of my pass plays. We won't run the ball here again, actually. Unless he's in dollar. Okay, he's not in dollar. So one of the things that I really like about this formation is still going to be that gun normal Y off close. You guys saw this in the Buffalo scheme. Big fan of this. One of the things I really like to do is also motioning out this running back. I think it's a great thing to do. I'm going to put him on a speed out. Obviously, it's Reggie Bush, so I trust him to get open. And then right here, Reggie Bush on the speed out, and Vic misses the throw. Wow, I mean, I got everything I wanted, right? I think maybe that's just from not throwing the ball the entire game. Super clean pocket, and wow. All right, that one's a little bit sickening. Well, boys, this might be the first inside the mind that I actually end up losing. We do need a first down right here. I think I'm going to go to the same play, man. I would be stunned if he plays it here. We do also have Randy Moss on this fade. I'm kind of just hoping takeoff goes crazy. And yeah, Reggie Bush again on the out route. And, oh my God, Vic just overthrows it twice. I mean, so obviously, like, this is unedited. You guys are going to see all the good and the bad. That's just on me. That's just on me, man. They are going to booth review this. I think I was clearly out of bounds. I could be wrong. Not wrong. But, yeah, you guys are going to see the unedited. All the good, all the bad, too. I mean, the reality of it is, right, I had 2 open players, back-to-back plays, and sometimes that's just going to happen, man. Don't be upset. Still in a fine spot here, too, on defense. I mean, he has to get 7 to win the game. And, you know, if he's going to keep running the ball like this, again, we're fine with this. He's going to bleed a lot of the clock just by him doing this. So, again, not overly worried about all this. Make some slight adjustments here. And right there, Nick. Oh, wow. Nick didn't get there. Man, Nick's having kind of a rough one for us. I thought Nick for sure was there. Man, all right, so he's in field goal range, right? Not what we obviously wanted, but again, sometimes this is going to happen. We're going to switch stick like this. And wow, man, he's been very aggressive throwing that read. He's in field goal range, so biggest thing, right? Just don't give up 7 right here. Boom, boom, boom. Back this guy off like this. This actually looks like he's setting up a little bit of protection here. I don't really know what he's going to be doing. He's actually going to motion out here. Interesting. Okay, I was not really anticipating this. Oh, so he ran the ball. Okay. Interesting call by him again there. Was not really anticipating a motion out run call right there. All right. I like the defense we're in. And then pick. Wow, boys. Nick had a rough one. Nick had a rough one this game. Honestly, I'm not going to take this game out or anything. I want to make sure that you guys always see the good and bad that does happen. Biggest thing, man, is just like, man, I just didn't hit an out route, right? Simple as that. I did not hit an out route, but I honestly still love that concept, and I want to show you guys that concept, so I'm not upset at it. And we do actually have, could we have a walk-off with Reggie? I mean, Reggie Bush is electric on these kick returns. Could we have a walk-off with Reggie? Oh, we were like that close to having a walk-off with Reggie. He's going to pause the game. Not really sure why he is pausing the game. I mean, I kind of tip my cap to that one. But yeah, man, I actually thought we were going to be gone with Reggie right there. Not really mad at how I played this game either. Like, I feel like we played a great game too. And if you play a good game, man, you play a good game. Now, I will say, in a situation like this, end of game, I'm actually just going to run the ball here. There's not really anything that I like in this situation more than just getting my best player the ball. Right here, try to spin out. Oh my God, Reggie, we won. We won. No, please. Wow. I mean, that's too good of a game not to have in there. Wow. GG's to this guy. I mean, obviously, defensively, he kind of threw the ball at me 3 times. I didn't really catch a pick. Happens sometimes. But no, that's too good of a game not to show you guys. We'll keep that one in there. We'll get into one last game, boys, and I'll see you guys then. All right, boys, game number 3. And hopefully, obviously, I win this game. Honestly, man, I'm at the point of the year where that last game was kind of fun for me to play. Obviously, 2 back-to-back overthrows is always going to be unfortunate. But that was actually such a fun game for me. Right there, oh, is Reggie? Oh, my gosh, I thought Reggie was going to be gone right there. I will say, I'm just surprised Reggie got caught there. Typically, I feel like that's the first time I've ever seen him just get caught. I kid you not. I don't think I've ever really seen him get caught from behind like that. Obviously, he wasn't 3 deep, though, so that safety on the backside just kind of took an angle that I wasn't really ready for. I honestly thought I was gone, but didn't take the best angle right there. Right here, though, starting off games, as we usually do in this offense, going to go ahead and take off with Reggie right there. What's actually kind of funny is by the end of last game, we did end up finishing with 20 rushes for 198 yards, something you cannot be mad at. That being said, though, we are seeing a lot of 3-4 odd today. A whole lot of 3-4 odd. He is shifting his line to the right, too. So we're just going to go ahead and run the ball to the left here. Actually, really good defense right there, too. And, yeah, man, I mean, honestly, I actually would say the people that I've played so far today have had better overall run defense than the people I was playing in Gauntlet. So this has been a fun little learning experience for me, and hopefully you guys, too. Right here, though, taking off with Reggie again. We're going to cut inside like that. Again, pick up my yardage like that. And again, I will say, I feel like you have to be so committed to stopping the run. And if you're not really committed to stopping the run, you're just going to be able to run the ball every single time. This guy's in goal line and kind of going back. Okay, boys, I'm just going to, unlike last game where I kind of let the guy kind of stay in the game to show you guys everything about the runs, I'm just going to take my one-play touchdown to Travis Hunter right here. And again, right, like this is the type of offense that we're talking about. You guys are going to get people so frustrated trying to stop the run that the passing game is going to be wide open for you. It's going to be wide open for you. Any of the passes in this game, in this playbook are just going to be just truthfully wide open for you. Going to go ahead and actually kick deep right here like this. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of like anything else. Like I think so far we have covered everything important with this video. Actually, another trips user here. Kind of interesting to see how this guy does play. Good plays, good plays. A little bit of play action right here. One of the big things about college football 25, this actually, or I guess college football 26, I'm kind of hopeful for Madden 26 too. It's got to be a fumble, man. Like, look at that. Oh, they kind of, okay, let's see if we get a better angle right here. That's like a fumble, right? Like, at what point is the ball going forward? Like, that's just a fumble, no? I think that's one of the things that, I'd love to see change. I think there's a lot of just like, you get a lot of those where I feel like people just kind of get bailed out like that. Not the biggest fan of it. Ooh, play action here. Man, I thought, boys, I tried to switch stick there, and then I hit stick instead. Oh, wow. I waited till the last minute to switch stick. I switched stick a little bit too late. Gave me the hit stick animation, and he's actually now going to go into his own of his pistol offense. Yeah, one thing I will say, maybe this guy's picking up on what I'm doing. Pistol offenses, man, so good at running the ball. So good at running the ball. I'm actually going to come out with my goal line defense right here. A little bit of this 6-2. A lot of people really struggle against this in this area of the field. So it's one of the reasons why I also like taking my timeout. Again, like, he's going to throw the RPO right there. We're just going to make the tackle. A lot of people don't like that defense. I feel like I have one of the best red zone defenses, just calling this defense every single time. It's called 60 out jacks, by the way. I have broken this down on the channel before, if you guys are curious. Right there, a little bit of a quarterback keeper with Anthony Richardson, and again, another big stop. Now he's getting positive yards, which is probably not something we want, but again, man, get him on a 3rd and goal from the 1. 2 run stops right here. I'm saying this is actually a little bit closer to the 2 than I think the 1. Maybe I'm wrong, but this feels like it's at the 2. Right here, nothing really open. Actually, I lied. This is not actually wide open. I was a little bit worried when he instantly rolled out to the right there. I thought he was going to be able to have a super easy dot to the right side, but he ends up hitting the backside right there. I would love a kick return with Reggie in this video, I will say. I would love a kick return with Reggie. I think a kick return with Reggie would be super electric. I've yet to have one. Obviously, that last guy was onside kicking a lot. This guy's actually directionally kicking too, and actually I don't blame him. Directionally kicking is going to be one of the best things to prevent kick returns too. Great thing that you guys can do. All right. Now, again, second defense that we've seen this game. Very common that you'll see multiple defenses while running this offense. Is going to be a little bit of this. I'm going crazy, boys. I'm going crazy. Trust me, boys. Trust me. Edge. Good. All right, able to pick up 11 right there. But yeah, you'll see a lot of different defenses when running this offense. It's something that is insanely common. I really should be calling probably some more speed options, I will say. It's like, man, like I want to show you guys like the running plays, but man, like if someone's going to give me free touchdowns consistently, I will just take my free touchdowns consistently right there. Again, Randy Moss, free touchdown. And again, maybe I should be doing a little bit better job of explaining this throughout the video about you don't have to run the ball every single play. It's just, man, I feel like I haven't shown you guys run plays throughout the year, so I want to show you guys what it does look like. Now right here, a little bit of a PAT. I will say, man, I feel like there's times, like, I always, like, get to a point with my editor at points in this where I say, I just feel like I don't know what to say speaking-wise, especially on, like, extra points. That's why you guys see them cut out a lot right here. I think I've got better at speaking throughout the year, I will say. I do still think I talk a little bit too fast. Again, something I'm trying to work on just to provide better videos for you guys too, because that's my goal, man. Videos like this, these are for you guys. This is supposed to help you get better, win more. That's obviously my objective. Also, Civil's objectives. We want everybody in college football to have a better experience. Also in Madden too, when it comes to winning. Right there, really good play. Luther Burden actually just got drafted to the Bears too. I'm a big believer in Luther Burden, by the way. I think he's going to have a great NFL career. Was a little bit more surprised at the Colston Loveland pick, I will say. I like Warren better personally, but at the same time, I feel like if you're Ben Johnson and you're getting drafted by Ben Johnson, there's something really good that you do, right? There's an obvious reason why you're getting taken by Ben Johnson right there. Oh man, it started off so well in that first game for Nick, but since then it's just been lackluster. There's no other way of putting it. It's been kind of lackluster for him. We are playing him obviously at boundary corner, so it's not his actual position, right? And I don't think there's any point in his NFL career he will ever see boundary corner. Maybe if like a tight end is lined up out wide or like a big body receiver, at that point they might do it, but I would be very surprised if that ever happened. Right here, actually, this guy's chewing clock here too. A little bit of halfback direct snaps from him. Fumble by him. This is gonna get overturned. I would be stunned if this didn't get overturned. Actually, it might not get overturned here. Let's see. I thought he was down for sure. I'm hoping they're okay. And he's not gonna challenge there either, boys. I'm not gonna complain at this. We're just going to go ahead and hike before they can. I don't think that was a fumble. All right, big spin move inside. Oh, my gosh. I thought I was gone there again. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't challenge that. That's one that I would challenge 10 times out of 10. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys some more of the pass play. So, we already talked a little bit about the Y sail. I'll go ahead and talk about the gun bunch wide a little bit. I do really like this dig return. Great man-beating route, and you're going to see a lot of man against this scheme. Travis Hunter on this whip route, going to be money, right? Super easy play that you guys can go to. I'll focus on gun bunch wide for this drive. This will be like the part of the video when I talk about gun bunch wide. Wide trail, also another really good man-beating play. I really like this like little angle route from Warren. Big fan of that. You can see, right? He gets just to like such a good area of the field. Very simple, easy play. And like you guys can see, right? Like this is a running offense, and we have basically closed our eyes and passed for 173 yards this game. So do be mindful of that too. Now, I should have clocked right there. Kind of bad I didn't. We're actually going to cut this back up inside. Just take my yards right there. I think one of the biggest issues I have in this offense that it's just from me, right? I'm trying to take too much of like home run hits, I will say. I shouldn't be taking as many home run hits as I am. So do just be mindful of that. Maybe be a little bit more patient when it comes to running the ball. I'm really like bouncing everything to the outside. You really should be a little bit more disciplined in terms of running between the tackles, I will say. Nothing wrong, obviously, with there's nothing wrong with like trying to make a big play, but maybe a little bit more discipline from me would be helpful. Right there, actually. See, that's one of the things. I tried to like overcorrect right there, and then I just didn't actually have anything. We'll go for it. We'll just stay on offense right here too. I'm gonna go to a little bit of this. I'm really liking here. I'm honestly liking dig return here again. I could call good normal wild close, but I do really like dig return here. Right here, Travis Hunter, money. Just go ahead, throw the easy route, pick up the easy first down there again. Then yeah, like as I said, like really good passing offense here. Looking for a lot of good man-beating routes. Typically, a lot of people's run defense is going to be out of man. It's just, I don't know why. It's just always been the way it's kind of been. So a lot of times, like, always be mindful. If you are a runner, you've got to have man-beating route concepts. That's what a lot of people are going to try against you. We are going to go a little bit of turbo right here, run the ball, stay between the tackles. I got to take a timeout right here. I sadly just don't have enough time to get another play in right here. If I was just to call hurry up. You guys can see, he's actually being super aggressive. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to stem down this corner route a little bit just so he gets to that back pylon. Ooh, okay, so he didn't. I'm just going to throw the ball away right here. We'll settle for 3. I thought he was going to be in man right there. That's actually a good bluff by him. I thought for sure he was going to be in man right there. All right, flick up once here. And boys, we'll go ahead and take the 17-7 lead going into half right here. Is there actually 1 second left? Oh, there is actually 1 second left. If you're ever in this spot, please script kick. Please do not kick deep. Just script kick. I've yet to see a script kick from anybody be returned this year. Watch this be the time. Yeah, I was going to say. Script kicking is going to be the best thing just to take a couple of seconds off. That's actually not always been the case, by the way. I have actually seen sometimes of people script kicking and it not taking the last couple of minutes off. So do just be mindful of that too. I'm going to go ahead and kick off here. Like this. And yeah, I mean, so far, good defensive half by us. I think even the drive he scored 7, I feel like I could have had a pick, but I kind of had a bad switch stick on that drive, so I can't be overly upset at it. Pushing out his running back right here. I'm kind of, or not running back, his receiver. You know, Bloodshot End is one of those better offenses in the game, so I'm curious to see kind of what he cooks up right here. Right there, we are actually able to get the takedown sack. Again, one of my favorite abilities in this game. You know, I think everybody knows about the extender meta at this point, and, you know, not having to deal with that is definitely very, very nice. I honestly want 4 of them. I want one for all my pass rushers, but sadly, the way my AP stack is, I cannot have 4 just quite yet. Right there, really good pressure again. And we are going to be shading up here too, 3rd and 20. No reason to be shading down. We're going to be shading up right here. He's probably going to be looking for the corner. No, so he actually does throw the underneath route. Actually, kind of good patience by him. Just make that a 4th and manageable here. So, I like that read by him. I do like that read. I think a lot of people try to pick up too many yards on that play. With that being said, though, same adjustments, boys. We're going to be shading up here. And Man, I need my outside. Maybe it's just both of my outside cornerbacks. That's just a cloud flat. That's a corner route against a cloud flat. You know, typically I'm a little bit more disciplined in terms of moving him like that. It's like, man, I would think that they would actually get there. Right there again, corner route from him. He's going to take off. Oh, Ward, tap those toes, man. I need him to tap those toes. All right, this is by the way, so this has been his running formation. He likes the direct snap out of this. Yep, direct snap again. Man, just, oh my gosh, is he going to be gone? No, thankfully Ramsey's actually able to make a tackle. But man, I thought for a second there he was gone. I thought that was a 3-yard loss, and then before I know it, I thought he was going to be gone. Nothing really open but the drag. He does actually find the drag too. Looks like he does like a little hezzy right there too. I would say, man, this has been one of those drives, right? I feel like I could have already had to stop this drive. Really hoping just to get off the field at a point on this drive. Really don't want to give up 7 to this guy again. Right there, again, just really good defense. Nothing really open, and there it is finally. Micah McFadden able to get the pick. Try toe tap. Oh man, I tried to like toe tap the sideline. I barely couldn't stay in bounds right there. All right, with that being said, though, he is going to quit. And honestly, I think that's a good game to end on. Showed you guys a lot of the pass plays in that game. With that being said, though, boys, I appreciate you guys all a ton for tuning into this video. If you guys do like videos like this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys all next time.